Hello everyone, Wacky is here on the Wacky is Here YouTube channel, and today we're going to be discussing or talking about someone that I want to be talking about in today's video. I can't speak because I'm still ill. See, that cough proves it. If any of you actually do give a shit, if you've noticed in my past videos on this channel, I've been ill, and I'm still ill, but I'm still striving, I'm still going strong, still jacking off to gay porn. But yeah, let's get into the meat and potatoes in today's video. So, Deji, you love him, hate him, probably neither, because at this point he's a bit irrelevant, not to do with Rice Gum, even though his videos now get over 1 million views. It's probably because, you know, he's been teasing his audience a while from coming back to YouTube. I guarantee it, if he goes back to uploading to how he used to on his channel, his views will dive down quicker than his ability to swim. That isn't me being racist, by the way. He actually says that he can't swim. Fuck, I just realized how that sounds. If you don't believe me, he did it in a Q&A with KSI when he said he couldn't swim. And KSI was like, what the fuck, how can you not swim?
I can't swim. Alright, I generally, I can't swim. I can't do it. I try, I do everything, I just don't float. So, it's just, I don't know what to do.
But yeah, so Deji's had a bit of a redemption on YouTube lately. I'm not too sure why. I mean, he won a boxing fight. I think that's why people are now starting to go like, oh, Deji's changed. Nah, Deji has not changed. We're just not seeing him as much since he doesn't fucking post online anymore as much. May I remind you, this is the guy that tried to ruin Kavos' life financially just because he made videos exposing him for botting 10 million subscribers. Which, by the way, Deji, didn't really help your case at all. Like, if you're that innocent, there are so many other videos on YouTube explaining how you fucking, you know, botted 10 million subscribers. The actual dude from a sub-botting website made a video exposing you, but you didn't go after him financially. You go after Kavos, who breaks down the evidence for an average audience to look at it and go, you know what, Deji did do this, and you know what, he's a bit of a dick. Kavos is the only one that broke it down in a sense that an average audience could actually grasp it and get the conclusion of Deji did do it, because the evidence is just too much. And the only reason he was able to go after Kavos financially was because of how fucked the UK law is over here. The whole defamation law doesn't really make sense to anyone, which is why I was so fucking happy when John Swan and Nick Diorio made a video on Deji exposing everything that Kavos did, but even better. I mean, if you haven't seen it, I recommend watching this video of John Swan's. I don't even get how Deji's had a redemption on this platform. Like, come on, this guy's just won a boxing fight. Which, bear in mind, the first time he did it with Jake Paul, that was like, okay, fair enough. He failed his first boxing, and he didn't actually look that bad out there, if I'm going to be honest. His second fight was just like, it was supposed to be his redemption fight, and he fucking fucked it. His third fight was just embarrassing with Alex Wasabi. I mean, come on, what was the point? But now this one was against FuziTube, the mentally ill man that screamed at Keemstar that he's the reason he wanted to kill himself.
I have bipolar and depression. That what you put into my head made me want to kill myself!
The walking and talking egg himself, the man that I want to get a giant spoon and just crack it and see the yolk just fall out. I'm a proper British lad, I love my eggs and chip after all. I do find it quite depressing after everything Deji has done, making a diss track on his brother over some petty beef, recording him on Christmas behind his back. I know KSI did the same, to be fair, but he also kicked him out on Christmas Day just because they had a bit of beef. KSI's parents are a bit retarded for like siding on Deji, being like, Deji, you did nothing wrong. You're the youngest child. We must protect you. Like, I get it. Like, Deji still lives with mummy and daddy, even though he is financially equipped to move the fuck out, which makes it look even worse for him. That's why everyone calls him a man-child. I just find Deji's story kind of depressing, because he's just like always been a man-child and has been handed everything, and now he finally gets the win that I don't think was deserved. A lot of people are just going to call me a hater. I mean, fucking, I don't give a shit. I mean, to be fair, I don't even hate Deji. In fact, I don't mind his content. His recent one he did with his brother was pretty good. Mostly because when he records videos with his brother now, he actually seems down to earth. I'm not too sure how much I'm convinced on how much this is the man changing. Like, I'm not convinced that easily, Deji, I'm gonna be honest. Come back to making content. Go on, sit down and watch Reddit or something. I think the only situation that Deji has been in that I thought he dealt with really well was when he was with Dunya, and she, like, said a bunch of racist things on stream for some reason. Like, this bitch actually is, unironically, a bit of a racist. Like, it's a bit mad. If I'm seeing a bit unhinged in this video, it's because I'm ill, alright? I'm dealing with it very poorly, alright? And ranting about Deji is the only way I can do it. But I just feel like, you know when you watch a child scream on the street for something that they really want, and then they finally get it, and it's like, okay, what was like being loud and obnoxious has now stopped, but they got what they want, and it just sort of hurts that you know that they succeeded in their mission. Like, I was on holiday earlier this year, and there was like this kid that was screaming, and I mean absolutely at the top of his lungs, going like an absolute raging lunatic, because he wanted to sit by the window. But where they were sitting, there wasn't a window, it was like between the seats, so they couldn't really see it. So they were like begging the people in front of them to swap because the kid was like screaming. But I say kid, this guy was probably around 10 or 11 years old. Like, if it was like a 5 or 4-year-old, I can understand it a bit more. But when they're that old, it's like, oh my god. And then he got his way, and then it stopped, and I was like, yeah, my head isn't bleeding now eternally, but part of me is upset that they got his, like, the guy got his way. Just like how Deji got 10 million subscribers eventually. Like, even with the botted subs that he allegedly used, he would have got to 10 million subscribers because he made up with KSI and people decided to go back to his channel and subscribe. The only way Deji can have a fucking redemption is if he pays the money that he wasted on Kavos. You're probably thinking I'm an absolute Kavos stan. I'm really not. I don't even like Kavos' videos that much. I just think it was a complete fucked thing to do. People that threaten you legally are absolute pussies when it comes to this sort of situation, because there's nothing else they can do. Deji saw that and probably punched a wall. I'm not even joking. He probably watched Kavos explain everything and thought, fuck, he's figured it out. And he just, whoa! But it was probably like a bit of fucking cardboard. It wasn't actually like a proper wall. It's Deji, don't forget. I mean, congratulations to Deji for beating FouseyTube, but even KSI admits in his videos that Deji just doesn't put in the work. Like, congratulations, your first fight was against a man that's broken anyway, mentally. Now you're broken physically. I mean, I don't really like FouseyTube. He's a bit of a knob, to be honest. I feel like he always weaponizes his mental illness. It felt like it was ironic at first, his mental illness, like he was just doing it for attention, but it's like he's played into it too much to the point where I don't think it's a joke anymore. This guy's like actually insane. But yeah, this has been a bit of a wacky rant today. Literally, I know. Deji, if you ever see this video, which I doubt you will, I actually don't hate you. I just think your past still like haunts you for certain viewers like me that see you as the pretentious cunt that you once was. And your Floyd Mayweather fight is coming up soon, which I'm looking forward to seeing that, and I'll probably make a video on this channel and talk about that and how pissed off I am that I didn't get that fight. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and, you know, just peace.